All right, and we are live. What's going on, my people? Welcome to the Winners Diet Show. I am your host, Max Solomon. Excuse me 1 second. I'm sorry about that. Playback is a motherfucker. Anyway, welcome back, man, to the Winners Diet Show. I'm your host, Max Solomon, aka Project Mac. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, we are right on schedule. Happy Saturday to you guys out there that are watching intently, listening to get this free game. So we appreciate you guys. Even if it's just one person, man, we still salute to you. And we expect many more people along the way. So just stay tuned. But before we get into today's show, man, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and please make sure you comment something down below, whether it be some support, whether it be questions or ideas for a new topic on another show. Just show some love, man. Show the algorithm that we're working, that we're out here doing what we do. All right. So anything is appreciated because we appreciate you guys as well, man. So today, if you guys are tuning in, man, we just started. We got a jam-packed show today. Again, happy Saturday to you guys for tapping in on your Saturday evening. If you guys are feeling good, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. We're always going to stress that you guys hit that like button, man. Show some love to us. It costs nothing to hit the like button. Ninja watchers, we see some of you ninja watchers in here. We appreciate you guys as well, but we still need you guys to hit that like button. So please and thank you, man. Um, Again, man, we got a jam-packed show today. We're obviously reacting to different fitness news, um, things going on in the fitness culture, fitness world, also different articles that we can have teachable moments from. So be on the lookout for that. We have our segments, the fit report, as well as what the fitness coming up. And then the topic, the main event for today, we are talking about how you can count calories and still, or how you cannot count calories and still lose weight. So a lot of you guys are thinking that you can't lose weight without counting calories. So a lot of you guys are getting frustrated. But today I'm giving you guys a solution on how not to count calories while still losing weight, still getting your results. So that will be the main event for today. But before we get into it again, you guys, I'm going to stress this again. Please hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate any type of support right now. This is a brand new show, so we're trying to get pushed up the algorithm. So anything counts. We appreciate anything, any type of support. So we're not asking for too much. We're not asking for your social security. We're not asking for your bank account information. We're just asking you guys to hit a measly like button. That's it, man. Nothing more, nothing less. So, but anyway, man, let's get into it. We got a jam-packed show. We're gonna try to go for an hour at the most and then get up out of here so we can enjoy the rest of our Saturday evening. I know some of you guys got debaucherous activities that you're probably gonna engage in. You don't have to tell me, no judgment here. I listen and I don't judge. So, salute to you guys. But anyway, man, let's get straight to it. We are doing our first segment, which is the fit report. And this first article, it talks about how people with this money habit are happier and calmer. So we understand that when you're happy, when you're calmer, when you're less stressed, that leads to a longer life, that leads to a healthier life. So eventually we all want to get there. Some of us have financial issues, some of us have a lot of stress going on in our life. That could really impact that can really take a big impact on your health. So it's important that we get those things situated to the best of our abilities. So let's get into the first article here. So it says here, People with this money habit are happier and calmer no matter how much they make. So it says they say money can't buy happiness, but how you handle it just might. A surprising new study has found that one financial behavior is consistently linked to lower anxiety and greater life satisfaction. The research, published in the aptly named journal Stress and Health, controlled for income, meaning you don't need to make bank in order to enjoy the mental health benefits. It seems that good fiscal management, meaning regularly saving money and paying off your credit cards on time, is a true key to bliss. The findings were based on the data of over 20,000 Australians over the course of 20 years and used the mental health inventory, a scientifically validated screening instrument for anxiety and depression, to calculate results. Interesting. So I mean, I can see how that can make somebody more happier, right? Um if you ask most people, a lot of people really don't need, if you ask them like, hey, how much is enough money for you? The main answer that you're going to get is, man, I just want to be able to pay my bills on time, you know, pay my rent on time, not have to worry about groceries, bills, maybe take a vacation every couple every couple months, and I'm good. Um, very rarely are you gonna hear people say, "Oh man, I need 10 million, I need 50 million." Most people are okay with just having a steady income and having enough saved just so they can live life. And I think that is definitely a key to happiness. And sometimes that doesn't even it doesn't even really have an amount attached. Of course, now of course, you know, the amount matters, right? So if you're making $400,000 living in Bowling Green, Kentucky, then yeah, you're gonna be pretty well off, you know. But if you're making 400 grand, making living in LA or California or New York, um, I mean, you're still pretty well off, but you're not gonna be, things depending on how you live, right? So if you still live below your means, if you still drive a modest car, if you still live in a fairly modest apartment or house, I mean, shit, you can't even buy a house for 400,000 in California. But if your living situation is very modest and you're living below your means, um, you can make it work. You can definitely make it work. I know people making way less than 400 grand that are able to still travel and, do fun stuff, um, because of they have low overhead. And that's one thing I learned just growing up, man. Like, you got to keep your overhead low, especially when you're starting a business, or trying to get into a business. Like, your overhead is gonna is it's do or die for your overhead. So you have to make sure that is as low as possible, because it can really mess with your quality of life when you're stressed out on bills, when you are stressed out on how you're going to pay your rent. That is a dramatic stress, on anybody. So that, yes, that could definitely impact your mental health. It could definitely impact relationships and how social you are. Because I know me, man, when my money is low, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to be around nobody until I figure out how I can get it back up again. You know what I mean? And that's how I was, especially when I was first starting my business. And I took on a lot of debt at first because I was trying to get it off the ground. Yeah, it definitely played a big role on my mental, because I was like, damn, how am I gonna pay this shit back? Um, but you have to have a plan. And at that point, I didn't really I thought I had a plan, but I really didn't. And definitely made things tight in my household. I couldn't really do a lot of stuff that I used to do back in the day. I couldn't really move how I wanted to move because of how tight my finances were. So yes, man. It really does. And I wasn't even making that much at that point, you know what I'm saying? But my overhead was just so low before I took on the debt that I could travel a little bit. Of course, it was just me. I didn't have a family, but you know, I was able to move a lot freer because my overhead was low. Once I took on the debt, then things changed. I started being a lot less social because of the stress I was, you know, going through. So yeah, man. Any my advice to people is to really take care of your financial health. That is a real thing. Really be smart with how you spend your money. Pay your credit cards off on time. Don't buy things you can't afford. And look, I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not, a financial literist, but I can understand now as I got older the basic things on just how to beat a lot of financial setbacks. You know, just being able to be smarter with your money. If you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it. It's just very simple. Stop going on vacations that you can't afford. There's a lot of people that do that. Stop buying cars you can't afford. You know, um, Stop trying to live in a nice apartment that you can't afford. Maybe you have to scale back or get roommates. So it's just little things, man. You might not be able to shop at Whole Foods at the moment. You might have to shop at, a lower tier grocery store. So it's just certain things that you got to sacrifice in the moment. But too many people want to um, live above their means. They're looking at people on Instagram live their life and have fun. So it's very important that I always stress that you guys run your own race. Worry about your own life. Worry about everything that's in your control because the people that you're watching don't give a fuck about you. And I'll be very candid about that. They don't care about you. And you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their situation is looking like. So you're over here trying to compete with them when this whole time they're just in deeper debt than the next person. So again, it's very important that you guys focus on your own plate. You focus on your own plate because the moment that you start focusing on someone else's plate, that's when your plate becomes empty. When I started focusing on me, because yes, I was a person that would look at other people and compare my life to other people. I still do from time to time. I'm not perfect, but I've learned to get better at that over time. So I don't really care about what the next man does. I don't really care about what my peers are doing in my field of fitness. I don't care. I don't care that this guy landed this big client. I don't care that he got this sponsorship. I don't care. What it has nothing to do with me. So as long as you have that mindset, especially when it comes to finances, you guys will be just fine. So that's my 2 cents on that. All right, let's move it on, man. Moving on to the next article. What do we got here? All right, it says here the psychology confirms what it means to sleep with the TV on the couch. I know some of you guys have had people, whether it be brothers, sisters, family members, boyfriend, girlfriends that have, that like to fall asleep with the TV on. I've always thought that was crazy. I've always thought that was pretty psychotic in a way. Because when I sleep, I like to have nothing but silence. I don't want to have any distractions. I don't want to have anything on, no light on, nothing. I just like complete silence in the dark while I, knock the fuck out. So let's see what this article says about this this topic. All right, so it says here that let's scroll down a little bit. According to psychology, there may be several reasons why people fall asleep in front of the television. For many people, television can simulate the presence of another person, mitigating the feeling of isolation. For others, it can be a way to cope with anxiety or fear of silence. They are not able to sleep when there is total silence or darkness. Sometimes when we go to sleep, we can suffer from intrusive thoughts, and the TV can serve as a fairly effective distraction and make sleep better. Repeating this habit can make it a habit that is then very difficult to eliminate. Yes, I totally agree. I had a ex-girlfriend that every time we'd go to bed, she'd had to have the TV on, and that caused an issue for me. I didn't like that. And you know, because I had to tell her, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. We cannot be falling asleep with the TV on. That's just who does that, And yeah, some people just like the idea of, you know, somebody. It might simulate somebody being there, especially when I wasn't there. But I mean, that's just a very unhealthy habit to have. It can be very what's the word I'm looking for? It's just very invasive and it's very just problematic, man. You know, it could just be a hassle. It's just an inconvenience. So I mean, if that's what you guys do, I mean, I don't judge you, but I can see how it can be a problem for somebody else like myself. I just never got into that habit. I met a few girls that actually did that, that liked having the TV on when they went to bed, and I always thought that was just a weird habit to have, um, and unhealthy, man. Because the rays from the TV, wouldn't that damage your sleep? It would cause you to be up a lot longer. Um, so it's just, I think personally for me, that's a very unhealthy habit to have, especially if it messes with your sleep. Because a lot of times I notice a pattern with the women that I was dealing with at that time, that they all went to bed really late at night. Like they will fall asleep at like 2, 3 a.m. Um, and I'm like, how the hell do y'all even function the next day, bro? I'm in bed at the latest. I'm in bed no later than 11. On the weekend, maybe 12. Because I don't go out, I don't drink, I don't really do too much. Unless I'm like working really late, like when I'm on just working on Winter's Diet content, or just editing and just getting things done. I might pull it like a 12, 1 a.m. But you know, on the regular, I'm in bed by 11, man. And I don't even have a TV in my room. Because I never even believed in having a TV in your room. So, but I think that's a very unhealthy habit to have. And if you have that habit, I think you need to do your best to stop that, because that could cause issues for you. That can cause issues for anybody down the line. So, um, if that's you right now, I would highly suggest that you guys stop sleeping with the TV on. So, all right, let's get to the next one, man. We are cooking right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button as we're going along. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. We're gonna keep this thing going, man. Let's see where we at. All right. So a lot of you guys love the artist Lizzo. I think Lizzo has some good songs. I know people joke about her a lot, but some of her songs are pretty good. Now, am I in the car playing it, you know, while I'm driving? No. But if it comes on the radio, or I'm out and about or at a club or something, or a party, whatever, then yeah, it's a good, I think she makes good music. She makes very up tempo, feel good music, I think. But let's see what they say about her dramatic weight loss. So, Lizzo reveals the truth about her weight loss with the before and after photos. So this is a pretty dramatic weight loss. And I'm actually very happy to see this, because for a very long time, she was very adamant about, excuse me, loving her body, loving her curves. That body positivity movement was definitely backing her and making her the token fat girl in a lot of her roles, or just her image. Her brand was basically just the token fat girl, right? The token fat black girl in Hollywood. That was kind of her brand. They have to have one every so often. They have to have a token fat girl, right? They had Monique, they had Gabby Sidibe. Now they got Lizzo, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be another girl after her. But this is a dramatic weight loss, and let's see what they say. They say Lizzo shared the real story about her weight loss journey alongside a dramatic set of before and after photos. The photo on the left is my first time getting lymphatic massage from Flavia Lanini Beauty Institute, and the right is the most recent. The Good as Hell singer captioned the underwear clad side by side mirror selfies on Thursday. So yeah, man. I mean, in light of all these magazines and blogs wanting me to be on Ozempic so bad, here's the truth. I work my ass off training 3 times a week, daily sauna and cardio, adding animal protein back into my diet, hiring a chef who helps me meal prep and keeps track of what I put into my body in a calorie deficit, cutting out sugary Starbucks and full fat sodas and potato chips. I quit drinking for the longest, but I'm drinking again because I earned it. Hey man, whether she's lying or not, I don't think she's lying. I definitely think she's working hard. Um, but I will say this, and I'm not trying to knock Lizzo because she dropped the weight, so you can't really say much about it. But I've worked in Hollywood. I've worked around these actors and entertainers. A lot of these folks be lying, man. I'll keep it 1,000 with y'all. A lot of these Hollywood entertainers, they be lying about being on that Ozempic, man. They'll say that, oh yeah, I never took the needle, I never got the whatever, but then behind the scenes, you kind of know the truth, and I can say that about a lot of entertainers. I'm not gonna say it now, but I will say a lot of these folks be lying, man. But I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna take your word for it. So I can't knock the dedication to wanna get back in shape. So definitely, but this definitely proves that body positivity shit is a lie. Only because if she loved her body so much, she would have just kept it the way it was. There would be no need to get back in shape. There'd be no need to lose weight and change your lifestyle. If you loved your body, if your body was positive, if you were comfortable in your own skin, what's the reason to change? What's the reason to change your lifestyle? What's the reason to start eating, protein and carbohydrates and stop drinking alcohol? Why the lifestyle change? Because she got tired of it. She got tired of getting bullied. She got tired of people calling her a whale. She got tired of people, calling her fat and big back and all the big name terms in the world. She got tired of it. And as she should. Because you should not be, there's no reason for anybody to be that big. A lot of people are going to eat themselves to death, man. They're going to eat themselves to death. So it's very important then that we unsubscribe from that narrative of body positivity, love your curves, the dad bod myth. It's a lie. It's a lie. They keep trying to promote that onto people thinking that it's okay. Nobody wants to be fat, man. I'm here to tell you, nobody wants to be fat. Being fat is not cool. It's not. And they'll tell you, you know, nobody likes having aches and pains for no reason. So, I mean, shout out to Lizzo, man, for getting back in shape. Um, that's definitely a big milestone. I'm never gonna knock anybody for getting back in shape. I'm a fitness coach, man. This is what I do. So, I mean, Ozempic, not Ozempic, Either way, she lost the weight. So either way, she's back healthy again. She's back, doing what she needs to do to better her life. So salute to Lizzo, man. Salute to Lizzo. All right, man. Let's keep it going. I think we got the last one here on the Fit Report. Make sure you guys are liking that video, man. Like that video, goddamn it. We are 25 minutes in. All right, let's get to it. So here we have let's see here. So on this one, it says a study shows people who spend more than 6 hours on their phone tend to be more broke. Wow. Okay. So it says here, study shows people who spend more than 6 hours a day on their phone tend to be more financially stressed. Research from Baylor University, published in Social Science Computer Review, found that people who spend 6 or more hours daily on their phones report higher levels of financial stress and lower savings. Excessive phone use is linked to impulsive spending, poor money management, and reduced focus on financial goals. The study suggests that heavy phone use can impact not only mental well being, but also financial health. Wow. Okay. So there you have it, man. The thing is this, man, when it comes to being on your phone, when it comes to social media, there's really only two groups of people on social media. You have consumers and you have producers. Producers are on their phone to produce more content, to continue to make ways to get their name out there, their face out there, their message out there. And then the consumers are there simply to scroll, be consumers, buy shit they don't need, you know, look at gossip, catch up on celebrity news, not really doing much to contribute to a platform that's there to really benefit you. So I would say this, man. Definitely, if you're on your phone and you're just scrolling through social media, TikTok, Instagram, you're on YouTube a lot, you're on Twitter, and you're not really making any money, you're not really trying to make money on there, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. If you're on social media for 6 hours a day and you're not trying to make money, you're not trying to get a message out there, you're not trying to draw in an audience, you're literally wasting your time. So, and then people wonder why, man, why am I broke? Oh, why is life so shitty? You're not producing anything. Yes, you're depressed because you're looking at other people produce content. That's why you're depressed. That's why you feel like your life isn't going anywhere. You're not making anything. You're not doing anything. You're not producing shit. So it's very easy. It's very easy to compare yourself to someone that's doing doing something. That's trying to get in the algorithm, that's trying to make a name. You can't compare yourself to that person because they're putting in work. You're not putting in work. All you're doing is just scrolling, comparing, scrolling and comparing. There's no end game with that. You have a platform right now that is literally meant to help you make some money, to help you, get your name out there, and you're not utilizing it properly. 1 second, guys. So yeah, man, we're not, no one's gonna feel bad for you that you're broken and you're not, trying to make a way out of that and produce content. I got friends right now that they spend a majority of their time on social media, but then they get mad or they get sad when, they feel like life isn't going anywhere. Well, bro, you ain't producing nothing. Of course it's not. You don't have a plan. So it's very easy to fall into depression. It's very easy to be sad and have mental health issues if all you're doing is consuming on social media. You're going to spend money that you don't need to be spending. Because why? The more you're on social media, the more ads you're going to see. The more ads you're going to see, the more likely you're going to spend money that you don't fucking have. The more likely you're going to spend on things, the more likely you're going to spend on things that you don't even need. That's the danger of being on social media for too long and you're not even producing anything. You're going to end up spending money on things you don't even need. You're going to end up comparing yourself to guys that are on PEDs, to girls that have BBLs that they bought and paid for, or somebody else bought it. That's what happens when you scroll for too long. You start to compare. You know, and I need to do a better job actually of not being on social media. The only time I really should be on social media is only to, look at what's trending in the fitness world that I can, put back into here, or just upload content and then get off of there. So I need to do a better job with that as well, because I tend to find myself continuously sometimes comparing my situation to everybody else's, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy. So, yeah, man, you have to be a producer on social media. If you're not if you're not being a producer on social media, you don't need to be on social media. You know? So, that's my 2 cents about that. That's what I believe. You know, if you're not on social media producing content, trying to make money, what are you doing on there? Why are you on social media? You're wasting your time. But what do I know, man? Anyway, man, we're going in right now. Make sure you guys hit that like button, man. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We are going all the way in. 1 second here. But anyway, let's get into what the fitness, man. Let's get into it. What we got here? Let's see. All right.